You surely know the fable of the boy who cried wolf. That one where a boy would mess with the people in his town, scaring them by yelling that a wolf is coming. And when it actually happens, nobody believes him. That's the thing about famous fables. They usually share very important lessons. And this is a lesson which almost costed my younger brother his very life. When we were little, about 8 to 10 years old, we would always play together. Being with each other was enough for us to have fun, and what we enjoyed doing the most was pranks. Our neighbors were fed up with finding unpleasant surprises at their doorstep, and the mailman was already wary of us. And the other kids in the neighborhood, well, they could either be our accomplices or our victims. Now, the most affected by all this were our parents, as they were the ones who had to face our victims and apologize to them. The mailman no longer spoke to them, and we're sure we lost a lot of mail because of that. They would ground us shortly after, and soon enough we would continue with our shenanigans. With time, this all became a routine, and they simply gave up. I think they expected us to grow up as time went on and leave the pranks behind. But instead, our pranks became even more twisted, and even they became a target. There was one where we would make them believe we had an accident to scare the hell out of them. We thought of it one day when we were playing in the street, and a car almost hit us. Instead of thinking about how dangerous it would be, we only thought about the look on their faces once they found out it was all fake. So I placed myself on the pavement as if a car had just hit me, and my brother rushed to tell my mom. How she screamed when she saw me was almost theatrical, and I couldn't help but burst into laughter. The scolding she gave us afterwards was monumental. She almost had a heart attack. We felt a bit guilty and promised to never do that again. But once we remembered the excitement we felt and the commotion we caused, we couldn't help doing it again. We had to start changing our roles and create more elaborate scenarios to make them more credible. We would use dangerous tools and fake blood, just like if we were filming a movie. At one point, our parents, completely fed up of the same prank, simply stopped believing us. One time, they wouldn't even bother coming and just gave us coins to call an ambulance from a public phone. And after we had invested so much effort to prepare the prank. Thus, after that, we decided to stop doing that one prank and try out other, more ingenious pranks. That summer, we went to my uncle's country house to spend a week. The adults would spend the afternoon sunbathing in the yard, while the children would play in the field. One day, my brother and I challenged each other to see who could climb the tallest tree in the field. And long story short, my brother fell and ended up lying on the ground unconscious, and with his head having hit a rock. I rushed to tell my parents what had happened, who were playing cards. When I saw the look on their faces, I realized that this situation was pretty similar to the pranks we did to them so many times. Of course, they didn't believe me and asked me to let them play in peace. No matter how much I insisted, they didn't believe me. I didn't know what to do. I went back to check on my brother, who was still lying on the ground and unconscious. I knew he could be gone in a matter of minutes, so without thinking it twice, I put him in a wheelbarrow we had and took him to the nearest highway. There I managed to make a car stop so they could take us to the hospital. Fortunately, the hit only caused a contusion without a fracture, but the scare our parents had when I told them where we were exceeded that of any prank. I will never forget their expression, a mix of worry and guilt for not having helped us. Once my brother woke up, we decided to put an end to our shenanigans forever and ever. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more horror videos, subscribe to our channel.